sip of coffee.
Key, you had to see your boy, man. I come in here, Evan, our producer's talking to Jay about something like totally reasonable, right? Like something that Jay set up in the and Jay, I don't know.
I stayed up last night to watch the game. I'm so tired.
But the funny thing was, he took one sip of coffee. No, Key, like literally a sip, and it was like the shroud was lifted.
A new person arrived.
Yeah,
that's where.
You stayed up to watch the Lakers? I did.
Yeah, okay.
I game ended around 10 o'clock.
I saw Stanley Johnson, and I just said I got to go to sleep.
But
I watched Brooklyn game, and
yep.
yeah, I didn't feel, maybe because I took such a long nap that it didn't really feel like it was late to me at that time. I guess.
Well,
you're on vacation.
Yeah,
you got.
If I was on vacation, I wouldn't be sitting here working with y'all right now. Let's not go there.
Listen, it was a huge matchup in the Eastern Conference last night. Jay, you said something like a week ago when we were talking about MVPs. Remember when Giannis blocked Embiid, and I said, did he just block Embiid and hand the MVP to the Joker? Or is there something Giannis can do? And you talked about all these dudes, Giannis and KD, they're in these matchups down the stretch that are significant. Well, here was a giant one. Giannis, KD. KD, who seemed to take the crown from LeBron, right? LeBron's best player in the world. No one disputed that for, 10 years. Then all of a sudden, pardon us, maybe it's KD, right? And then Giannis comes up, wins the title, but we know KD didn't have anything with him last year and still almost beat him. But then this year, Giannis picked up where he left off from the Finals MVP. He's just doing his thing. You said on our production call last night, something was at stake. And, not just the game last night. After watching the game, Jay, what did it tell you? What was at stake, and what did that game tell you?
That Giannis is the guy in the NBA. The NBA is his. Like, I'm giving him the crown right now. Now, you guys know how analytical I am as it relates to how athletes, I think of the best ultimate skill set. But there's nobody more dominant than this dude in the game. Like, so dominance has to equate to the best in the game, right? And what I've seen from Giannis in this three-way head-up matchup against KD this year when they've been able to meet, Giannis averaging 34, 12, 7 on 59% shooting.
Filthy.
Now, I get it. It's with the caveat that for a couple of those games, Kyrie wasn't there at home. But I'm just watching this matchup and last year with what Giannis did last year and Kevin Durant, even though he had an incredible game, missing that shot down the stretch to win the game, right? And then seeing KD miss shots last night and see Giannis with that snatchback three to send it into overtime, that's reminiscent of KD. I feel like Giannis's game is ascending, where I feel like KD's game is kind of hovering. And KD's
hovering in the clouds.
Hovering in the clouds,
high.
in the upper echelon. Yeah. But Giannis he's still coming. And his skill set is getting better and better and better. Look at the matchup. Last 5 head-to-head matchups, the numbers speak for itself.
5-0 Giannis.
Yeah, but that ain't fair, though, Jay. You know why it ain't fair in the win and losses? Because KD was undermanned in some of those victories with Giannis. He didn't have his full arsenal of team. Middleton was playing in those games, things of that nature. Holiday was playing in those games. So that wouldn't be a fair comparison on the 5-0. I understand what you're talking about as far as Giannis stepping up and hitting those threes and doing it last night, the step back three. But KD did drain 3 free throws. He missed that shot at the end. But guess what they're doing? And I meant to ask you this during our pre-show meeting. I couldn't get it in. They were blitzing him and running at him from all angles and forcing KD to make some bad shots down the stretch. So that's more on Budenholzer than it is on Giannis and what they were doing.
Oh, you mean on KD? They're blitzing KD down the stretch?
Down the stretch.
Well, you know why? I mean, you can do that when you don't have the pieces around your team.
That's why I was saying what I'm saying, that it's unfair to him.
It's not unfair. That's the way you play basketball, Keith.
By the way, Giannis.
By the way, they blitzed Giannis down the stretch. You know what Giannis did? He passed it to Bobby Portis. He made a play. He passed it to Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday made a play.
Speaks to
Chris
what's around
Middleton
him,
wasn't in the game. He actually got ejected on the foul he had on Bobby Brown. So it's also personnel that you have with your team.
Can we put the
well.
stats back on the screen for a second? I want to show you guys something. It's not just that it's 5-0 Giannis, Key. Giannis is averaging more points, a lot more boards, about the same assists, and shooting better from the field. They're different kinds of players.
Max, he's averaging 2 points more, man.
Yeah, right.
That ain't like he's averaging 10 more.
But no, it's a bucket more. It's 4 more rebounds. The assists are even, and it's 10% better from the field.
He's down low more so than KD, so he's gonna get more rebounds.
Yeah, well, he's getting a lot.
That's what the stats say.
He's punishing people. And by the way, KD was guarding him last night for a majority of the game. I mean, Giannis was taking it to the rack. Here's where I struggle. I was talking to Max about it this morning. So for me, like when I look at Giannis, there's nobody that's going to stop him. Like there's no game plan. You can't load up in the paint anymore. My man's shooting the ball from the outside with the confidence of Kevin Durant. He's going to the free throw line. Remember we used to count to 13 last year on his free throw? He just goes up there, bang, bang now. But for me as an athlete, sometimes I see the best as the ultimate complete skill set. And I'm still willing to say that the ultimate complete skill set, KD's skill set it's unquestionable. I haven't seen it. But the dominance of Giannis is making me think I'm starting to equate dominance towards the best
I have
now.
I see, this is the thing.
He's
and
silky,
I
though.
noticed
That's the thing with KD, though.
It's
KD,
silky.
man.
But this is the thing I noticed with ballers, right? Y'all are ballers, right? You analyze skills, and you want to check every box. He can do this, he can do that, and that's KD. But to me, however you do it, if it's because you're tall, if it's because you're wide, it's because you have a long reach, whatever it is, if it's because you're down low, I don't care. I care about the results, even if it's ugly. Like, Key, you'll talk about the way Jokic looked. You get the results, yes or no? So Giannis is getting the results. So if that makes him number one, then that makes him number one, even if it feels unfair because KD can do more. But I want to bring this up because you guys brought up the context of the team. KD did something that took a lot of heart. First, he's in goal. He sets himself up in Golden State, right? And you kind of backdoor your way into championships. He balled out in the finals, but come on, man. You add KD to that team, of course they're not going to lose. Then he's like, you know what? I did that. Now I'm going to Brooklyn, and I'm going to light my own torch, right? Put my own team together and do it. So he went out of his comfort zone to do this. Giannis had a team built around him. He does have an advantage right now. You know, KD is playing with less right now than Giannis at the moment.
KD should have been playing with Kyrie last year. I think they would have actually won that series.
But that's why I brought up that it's unfair to point to certain things because he's not playing with a full deck.
But Key, if was a fifth, we all be drunk, right? So like, I hear what we're saying, but it is what it is.
No, I understand. You deal with the cards. You deal with the hand that you dealt. I get it.
Here's my other thing, Key. I would ask you, right? Regardless of whatever could happen, like it's like battles back in the day of different religions, right? Like, who owns the power? Who got the power? It's hard for me to tell you that Giannis doesn't got the power.
He just took Constantinople.
He won a world championship. He had 50 and 14 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, regardless if you want to give me the caveat, well, he's going against the Suns. And now they're ascending back to the number one seed again. And here's what I like about it. When last night you saw the Philadelphia 76ers lose to Detroit,